Welcome to our online Bible study today. Let's delve into the book of Psalms, chapter 9, verses 7 through 10, which illustrate the eternal nature of God's judgment and his promise of refuge. Verse 7 starts by stating, "But the Lord shall endure forever." This verse underscores the everlasting nature of God. God doesn't change or fade away. His presence persists through all of time. The verse continues, "He hath prepared his throne for judgment." This phrase tells us that God is not a passive observer. He is active, prepared, and ready to judge. Moving on to verse 8, "And he shall judge the world in righteousness. He shall minister judgment to the people in uprightness." This verse speaks to the nature of God's judgment. It will be righteous and upright, meaning it will be fair and just. God's judgment isn't arbitrary or unjust. It's based on his perfect righteousness. Next is verse 9. "The Lord also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble." This verse assures us of God's protection. He is a refuge, a safe place, especially for those oppressed or in times of trouble. This is a comforting promise, especially for those going through difficult times. Lastly, verse 10 states, "And they that know thy name will put their trust in thee. For thou, Lord, hast not forsaken them that seek thee." This verse reminds us of the relationship between trusting God and knowledge of him. Those who know God, who understand his character and his promises, will trust in him. They can be confident that God will not forsake those who seek him. To sum up, these verses from the book of Psalms highlight the enduring nature of God, his preparedness to judge, the justness of his judgment, his role as a safe refuge, and the assurance that he will not forsake those who seek him. These are powerful reminders of God's character and his promises to us. It is comforting to know that God is always there, ready to judge fairly and provide refuge in times of trouble. May we continue to seek him and put our trust in his unchanging nature. Grace and peace to all who seek the Lord daily.